Did you know that Snapple once made a commercial about the production of white tea and is one of my favorite commercials?
I told Snapple I love their new white tea. It's lighter, full of antioxidants, and decaffeinated. But guys, somebody's got to tell me, what is white tea?
White tea is a baby tea leaf, and while it still has naturally life flavor. With bucket.
That's it?
That's it.
New all-natural Snapple white teas, the lightest tasting teas in delicious fruit flavors.
Today, we'll be looking at white tea. My favorite white tea is peach blossom. As you saw in the commercial, white tea leaves are plucked as they're just little baby leaves when they're still buds. Now, white tea gets its name from the little white hairs that are on the buds, and it is by far the most delicate of all of the teas. The first mention of white tea was in 1107 by Emperor Huizong when he wrote the Treatise on Tea, which highlighted tea ceremonies in Imperial China. These tea ceremonies were with white tea, and it isn't the white tea that we know today. It's more of a powder, much like matcha. At the time, it was only royals who were allowed to drink white tea, and it was presented as a tribute. Every year, the citizens had to present tribute to the emperor in the form of a rare tea, which was white tea. To meet this demand, secret imperial tea gardens were started to create white tea, as it was only found in the Fujian province in China. It wasn't until 1796 that white tea began to develop as we know it today. Then about 50 years later, in 1857, the big white tea variety of Camellia sinensis was found in Fuding in China, which had bigger buds than the traditional plant and allowed for better white tea to be made. Official white tea exportation began in 1891, although it is possible white tea was mentioned in an English publication before that, but classified as black tea. White tea, as we know it, hasn't been around really all that long, and during the World Wars, trade was cut off with China, which was the major place that was creating white tea, and so it hasn't really been available in the West for a very long time. Only when trade opened again in 1971 in China has white tea made a re-emergence into the market. And since then, it has been making its way into several larger markets. Now, what is white tea? White tea is a true tea. It is made from the Camellia sinensis plant. It is produced by taking the tea leaf buds and allowing them to wither and dry. Now, today, I'm going to be making white peony. You're going to want to get your water simmering. Water simmers at about 185 degrees. Then you'll want to leave your tea leaves in for 2 to 4 minutes, depending on how delicate the leaf is. I'll be leaving mine in for 3 minutes. Because you're taking the buds of the leaf, there is a very short window in which you can harvest the plants. Only about a few weeks every year can you produce it. And most of the white tea that is produced is made in the Fujian province in China. White tea pairs really well with white fish, mild cheese, and desserts. I'm not really going to spend any time talking about the benefits of white tea because it isn't well researched, but it is a true tea, and therefore it is caffeinated, and it does inhibit iron absorption in the body. I hope you learned a little today, and don't forget, the best tea is the one you like. Which highlighted